What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 3 crypto-related stocks today. We're going to talk about MSTR, MicroStrategy, Tesla, and Coinbase. Maybe not in that order, whatever order I decide. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. With my newfound bearishness on Bitcoin, I suppose being here at $370 for MSTR, it actually makes a lot more sense now. We're flip-flopping back, you guys, to the 382 area here, this 382 on the Fibs, which is actually right there at $342. This kind of interaction below the 236, this red line, is very typical whenever you are looking to engage the 382. So I very much would anticipate that we see lower prices. We probably move down there. We'll find support on that area, look to find support on that area, which coincides very well with this prior resistance point here, okay, and a prior support point there. With the 382, it's important to mention that it's very typical of the 382 for you to see prices that are just below the 382, and then you pull up, you wick below it in one day, and then and on that same day you close above it. Look for that kind of interaction. With a very powerful move like this, you might see just a direct bounce right off of it, but the fact that you've consolidated around this 236, I do think that initial interaction I was describing where you can wick below and then come back up above, that might be what we see. So this is what I'm anticipating now. We're flip-flopping back to the $342 target. I think at this point the likelihood is high, especially as Bitcoin's going down, and we'll see. You know, if tensions and uncertainty are rising with Iran and the U.S. and Iran and Israel, that could impact the price. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's going to impact it too much. I think that, you know, a little shakeout might be what happens, and then ultimately we're just going to rip to the upside, guys. This is going to be long and forgotten soon enough, but a little bit of downside to go. Daily RSI would agree with that. 1 hour RSI would agree with that. And the only area that makes sense to go to is right there at 342. You've taken a hell of a lot of time going there. There are a lot of longs, a lot of shorts, a lot of calls, a lot of puts that have been placed over the past couple of weeks. And I think this is just the best kind of scenario to cause maximum pain for those people, right? Where just as time goes on, your positions are slowly whittling away in value. So eventually I think the puts will be right. The puts will have it. Let's actually see. What's MSTR? What do we got here on the open interest? Let's see. Come on now. It says strategy, but then it says MicroStrategy right there. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like, oh my goodness. Let's get it like this. If it would load for us. Yeah, look at that. The calls are outweighing the puts. The put to call ratio is below 1. We want that put to call ratio to be above 1, and until then, guys, we're going to move down. That's just kind of how it is. That's okay. MSTR, that's that. Inevitably, yes, MSTR, we're still going to go up to $1,000, $1,500. I mean, at least $1,100 is what I'm thinking. Probably $1,300 to $1,500 by the end of this next move. I've been trying to time it for a long time, guys, but it's looking like it's not going to be by the end of June. It's not. It might not even be by the end of July at this point. Who knows? We could extend into August with how long it's taken to consolidate here. You know, that's just how it is. I'm expecting the move to take the same amount of time as we were expecting back here, but whenever you have a whole damn month and a half of consolidation in the middle of it where you haven't moved at all, you're just moving sideways, it makes sense that the same target would just be pushed back a little bit further. End of July, maybe even August, guys, at this point in time. We'll see. Coinbase is the next one. We're going to talk about coin real quick. Looking at coin here. Up on the day. Nice to see. 13.8% on the day. $290 right here. Probably the only crypto related stock that's up today. I wonder. We'll check in on that in a second. But from a high here, let's see, high to a low here, golden ratio consolidation up at the 786. I would very much expect that you continue growing. Yeah, daily RSI looks like it's just getting overbought. That's awesome, man. Coinbase, something's going on, man. I wonder what's happening here. Can we find out Coinbase? Can we look up coin? Let's see. Coinbase Global. Yes, I want the open interest. Overview. Is this, there we go, yeah. Wow. A lot more calls than puts. The calls have it this week, man. And not every time whenever you have a negative correlation here, when you have the calls outweighing the puts, doesn't mean that you're going to go down, but damn, man, the calls definitely had it this week. Good job. People are making money in Coinbase. That's awesome. Let's see. Is there any Coinbase news? Coinbase news. Let's just see. Card issuers plunge as Senate passes stablecoin bill. Maybe that's what it is. Tokenizing real world assets and stuff like that, right? Coinbase payments. Maybe that's what it is. Coinbase payments. Big news story, huh? For 32 minutes ago, let's see. How long ago did we start pumping? I mean, could have been insiders trading. I don't know. I don't know if that's big enough for it, but whatever. Coinbase looks bullish, guys. That's awesome. Good to see. So yeah, you probably do continue to grow. I would expect that this move does persist higher. You've just broken out of this downtrend. You'll probably find turbulence at about 315 to this area. You'll probably consolidate a little bit going into the end of this week and maybe even the end of the month, but you'll absolutely continue higher to new all-time highs. I think that's new all-time highs, right? Yeah, that is new all-time highs. Primary target would be $446 to $608. You'll probably see that develop over the month of July. You're at $289 now. Good job, Coinbase. Good job. That's awesome. Looking good. Bouncing off the 50. Super bullish. Absolutely. It doesn't stop here. You could even buy, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but you could even buy here. Maybe it drops back to 275. Continues to run. Let's actually run with that idea real quick. I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe you drop back to 275 to back test for support, but you're going to continue to run. Take that as an opportunity to buy if it comes your way, but not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Let's look at Tesla now, and we'll wrap this bad boy up, okay? Tesla here, having a little bit of a green day, up 2%. That's not bad. I like the RSI. Getting overbought, a little volatile, overbought, oversold, overbought, but you're bouncing off the oversold zone, showing that bullish hand a little bit stronger than the bearish one. I would think that you do continue to grow. Let's see where you bounce from here. What fib did you bounce off of low to high here? Right off the 0.5 there, up at the 236. Yes, I absolutely believe that you're going to go higher. Yes. So where are you going to go? Let's look at this on a weekly time frame. Bouncing off the 50 here on the weekly, looking good. Dude, you're about to see new all-time highs. Tesla's on its war path to new all-time highs, you guys. I don't want to take, I'll take this high to low, but I want to take the larger one, right? Because I would say you're still making a play off of this fib going into the extensions here. But let's take them both into consideration and see where they line up, if there's any kind of congruence. Yeah, the 1272s on both of these line up at about $611. So you'll probably find resistance right there at 610, just above 600. A little bit of turbulence, nothing crazy. But I think ultimately this thing's going up to $1,000, man. Tesla's going to do it again. They're going to go up to $1,000. Elon's going to have to split the stock once again, man. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. We're going all the way up to $1,000. Psychological resistance, 1618, 1886. What would that be on the market cap, too? I mean, from here, what's the price? 322, so basically times 3, right? So $3 trillion. I mean, good enough. Psychological resistance right there at $3 trillion maybe. Dude, awesome. Awesome, yeah. And you probably do this, I wouldn't assume this is going to happen by the end of July, but probably going like through summer, going into Q4. Probably Q4 is whenever you realize this price. It won't be a straight line all the way up, but when Tesla does make its moves, man, it moves with the purpose. It definitely does. And it could very well be Q4, I think, that we see this. If not, maybe early 2026, but I think that we will see $1,000 or more by the end of this year. That's all I got. I hope you had fun with those. Good job on the Coinbase people. Sad job for the MicroStrategy people. And then Tesla, that's the next one to pump, I think. You're about to rip. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Bye-bye.